But Ty and I went for a hike 2 days ago in a town called Big Fork. It's really cute and I love it. But there's a hike along, oh, it's my birthday. That's when it was, Sunday. My favorite kind of hike is along a river where it's just running over the rocks and you can hear the sound of the rushing water. So it was absolute perfection. I was in my glory walking along, and it was a well-traveled trail, and we encountered quite a few people along the way, not crowded, but more so than in the deep wilderness. And we came to a bench, and there was a lovely woman sitting off to the left, and we just nodded and walked on just a little, and she called after us and she said, "Are you Suzanne?" And I had to laugh because, you know, these YouTube videos are getting me out there a little more than I used to be. I was checking out in a store in Bozeman, Montana a couple weeks ago, and a woman went, "I know you." But this woman, "Are you Suzanne?" And I smiled and laughed because it's just beautiful to feel that connection. And I said, "Yes, I am." And she said, "I just manifested you." And now that's a little out of the ordinary. I said, "What do you mean?" And she said she had literally been sitting there in that moment, thinking about the different metaphysical teachers whose work she follows. And I had come into her awareness just a minute before I walked right in her path, literally. It was just a stunning moment. And one of those where the two of us celebrated, because I know how it works. She knows how it works. We're all spirit in expression. And so when we manifest something, is it us doing it at this level, or is it spirit seeing two converging aspects of itself and saying, "This is going to be good. This is so much fun"? And the answer is yes, both. At the individual level, our thoughts create what we're experiencing and what comes down the path. At the bigger picture level, it's just the experience of joy being itself and interacting with itself, source, unbounded awareness. And so we celebrated and took a picture. In fact, I'm going to show you a picture right now. You might have seen it in the email. But you see that, Bev? Yep, yeah. Good. So here I am with Rebecca right there celebrating that moment. And so I asked her, I don't know how she must have given me her email. I can't remember, but I asked her to reach out to me through, I looked her up online, to reach out to me through Bev, and we connected. And I said, how about we get together today, Tuesday, before we leave the area tomorrow? And she was free, and I knew it would be a magical day because she's into the same things that we are metaphysically. But I did not expect another huge God wink that happened. So let me just come out of share for just a second here. So those of you who read the Daily Way messages know that I sit daily, first thing in the morning, and connect with spirit. And this morning had an amazing birthday present of a connection of knowing we are this awareness expressing itself. Looking through these eyes is source, and just knowing that all the teaching is just so true, and that we are here to integrate that awareness into our lives here so that we bring more love into this world. We shine our light more brightly. I got all this teaching, and then here came the Daily Way message, and I typed it, and as I heard it, I thought, oh, completely new analogy for us this morning, because it was all about crawling. Some of you may have read it, but how we begin this life crawling on our hands and knees, and then we get tired of scraping our knees, and we as children notice other people walking on 2 feet, and we follow that. And it was an analogy about how we grow and how we stretch. Never before used by spirit in the Daily Way messages, in over 4,000 of them. So I went online. I'm going to bring up a picture here. Go back here, and now give it a second. And I posted the message from Sanaya, and I looked through a bunch of copyright-free photos to find just the right one. I used the search term crawling. This is a sampling of some of the pictures I almost chose. So you can see every one of them had a beautiful little baby crawling. And I ultimately settled on this one. If you saw today's post on Facebook or on the Daily Way message that went out, that's the photo that I used. So I had arranged to meet Rebecca, who manifested our meeting on the trail this morning. And we arranged to meet at a nearby hotel just to make it easy to find each other. And when she stepped out of the hotel to the front, she said, I'm just going to go get my car. And she set down a notebook that she'd been carrying with her. And I looked down at it and had one of these moments where you can just once again feel joy celebrating through us, through the connections, because this is the cover. I took a photo of it, of the notebook she was carrying with her. This is a photo of her grandson crawling through a little tunnel. So how's that for a God wink? You think that Sanaya or Spirit, it's one and the same, of course, didn't know that she was going to carry that notebook today and that I would see it and just celebrate. You know, these messages don't come from our individual minds. Truly, friends, there is only one mind. We are all connected through the web. The web is us. And so when you can connect the dots like that, the strands, the validations come left and right, but you have to be open for them. I just love when Sanaya shows these messages truly come from a place where we know who's going to see them that day. So cool. So what does that mean for all of you? Of course, trust the insights that you receive when you ask for guidance. Any of us can receive these kind of messages daily, and look for the synchronicities. Celebrate them when they happen. Know that they happen because we are all connected.